But no, I mean, I just kind of look at the project to do more than what might be hindering everything about it. I look at more what needs to get done than how are we going to get there. I just look at, let's get it done. I remember the subject matter being, and I think that's something else too, is I remember the subject matter being more serious. And for our third project together, it was time to get serious. You know, everyone had practiced a lot, you know, if you want to consider it that, doing the other movies. I think that everyone was kind of like, wow, like, you know, I can do this next time, or if I get put in this situation, I can act like this. And so it was everyone's testing ground in a sense. Like every time we shot, everyone got better or tried something new, and maybe it didn't work, and maybe it did work. But I remember as we were shooting, seeing the more serious topics, I was looking at you like, wow, you're really coming out. Like, you're really trying to do some different things, and your writing, I thought, was getting better. And the acting, you know, people had to react to things and were put in situations that weren't, you know, setting up for a happy ending or anything. You know, the subject matter was a lot more serious, and I think that brought different elements of people out, I believe. I remember one time you were buying a light bulb, and I don't remember offhand what it was for. It might have been outside somebody's house or something for the light on their porch. And I remember that, like, just talking about budgeting. I was like, yeah, we got to go buy a light bulb. You know, and I remember like, wow, it's budgeting. You got to, you know, save the receipt and write that off and, you know, deal with the $1.49 or whatever it happened to be.
The shoot went really well from what I remember. I know there was a lot of stuff we had to redo because of sound problems. And that was another thing, is Evan was learning more and more about technical aspects of his movies, and I think the sound was something that had kind of plagued us, because I think because so much of that movie I remember was filmed outside and sitting in cars. And I know he'd done that in some of his other movies, but he still hadn't really figured out how to, you know, make the lighting and the sound, you know, up to par, or at least to the level that he wanted. And so that was kind of a learning process. So I remember, like, some days were a little more tedious than others because we would have to go back and redo something that we had already filmed last week. And it was also difficult with everyone's schedules because everyone worked or went to school or did both. And yeah, Evan really ran himself ragged trying to, you know, make everything come out the way he wanted to.
A personal thing that happened to me is that I had some serious stomach pains the first day of shooting. Evan and Mike Hartsfield came by, and I was in bed, sick, and I couldn't do anything. My stomach hurt so bad, and Evan came over, went out, and I asked him to get me some stomach medication stuff, I forget what it was called, and he came back and made fun of me about it for a while, but I think we rescheduled for shooting, because I was just not doing good at all.
I remember thinking that script was a little more true to life, a little more real relationship-wise than Walking Between the Raindrops. Even though Walking Between the Raindrops was totally real, it was just like a new phase. You know what I mean? A new phase in relationships. And I remember it was fun going day after day after day, because then you get more into the script and more into the characters, and you're focused on that. You don't have like a month or 2 months off and then you go back to it. Like, I don't like that.